Welcome to Game Set Bet presented by BetMGM. I'm Dani Klupenger, the host of Live on the Line, powered by BetMGM on all your regional Valley sports networks. But I'm also a host at Tennis Channel, and I'm going to get you ready to wager on some tennis with some betting 101 tips. Let's start with the money line. The money line is the easiest wager you can place. It simply means who's going to win the match. If there's a plus sign near the odds, that means that player is the underdog, and your payoff is going to be greater if he or she wins that match. It's a riskier bet, but the payout is really nice. If there's a minus sign next to the odds, that means that player is the favorite to win. Be careful here. If the odds are minus 150 or higher, that's what we call a heavy favorite. You don't want to have to place too much money for a small reward. At some point down the line, we'll talk about parlays, but for right now, let's just keep it simple. Money line meaning who will win the match. Another wager you can make on a match is total games. When the match is all over and you add up all the games together, that is the total. So for example, the total for the games of the match might be predetermined and set at 22 and a half. This means that the total games added up at the end of the match will either be at 23 or under 22. If these players are evenly matched and you're expecting a battle, maybe you take the over. If one player has a history of dominating the other player, maybe that's an opportunity for you to take the under on the total games. A third way to wager on a tennis match is the game spread. So the sportsbook will give you a predetermined number of games the favorite will win by. It's up to you to decide if you think the underdog will keep it closer than that or not. So for example, if the game spread is minus 3.5 in favor of Daniil Medvedev, that means the sportsbook expects Medvedev to beat his opponent by 4 games or more. If you agree, you would take Daniil Medvedev to cover that number. If you think his opponent will make it closer than that, it will look like plus 3.5. Meaning that you would take his opponent to lose by only 3 games or less, or even potentially walk away with the victory. That's designated by the plus sign in front of it at plus 3.5. Game spreads are a very fun way to wager on tennis. The best way to make an educated wager is to make sure you stay up to date on all the news and information surrounding the game. So make sure you head on over to tennis.com for all the latest. This has been Game Set Bet presented by BetMGM.